Penn State just put a target on their back. Let's talk about it. I'm Paul.
And I'm Aaron.
And we are the Big Ten guys. Tune in daily for news, analysis, insights, anything Big Ten. This is the channel for you. Aaron, tell them what they got to do.
All you got to do, very simple. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and hit the like button. For goodness sakes, college football's almost back. Just hit the like button.
Here.
We're almost there. Hit the like button. Today specifically, Penn State putting a target on their back heading into the 2025 college football season. It is only getting bigger and bigger, ladies and gentlemen, and that is because as preseason votings, preseason polls, all these different things come out, guess whose name is on it, Paul?
Rutgers?
I knew you were going to say Rutgers. It is Rutgers. That's right. We're joking. This is a Rutgers video. No, I'm joking. It's Penn State. Okay. It's Penn State, Paul. So get it together. It's all right. So Penn State, multiple preseason polls. And let me just say this. Penn State, and I'm a Michigan State fan. Paul is a Michigan fan if you haven't watched this channel. But we know as different fan bases, Penn State isn't usually in the realm of being ranked number one in polls like this, especially in the Big Ten. Usually in the Big Ten, they're second, third is kind of like their sweet spot. I'm just being honest, looking from the outside in. And so especially being ranked in a poll like this is from ESPN, having them as a preseason number one. Now, we haven't yet to see the AP preseason poll and all these different polls because a lot of people view those a lot better than a subjective ESPN poll. But again, the narrative around the country right now is Penn State is number one. Penn State number one, number two, number three, but a lot of people have them as number one.
Yeah, and this is not Big Ten rankings right here. This is the entire country. ESPN thinks Penn State is the team to beat in the nation, and that, frankly, is not what you hear going into a lot of seasons. Like Aaron said, Penn State is, they're usually a top 15 team, always right there competing for the Big Ten. But I think generally going into a season, you think, okay, it's Michigan and Ohio State in the Big Ten, and maybe if there's a night game in Happy Valley with the whiteout, Penn State's going to pull it out and they can sneak in there and take it. But I think what we're seeing this year for the first time in a while is, no, they don't even need the night game whiteout. Penn State is the team to beat, and Ohio State and Michigan are the ones who are hoping to pull the upset here. So it's definitely flipped from what we've seen in recent seasons, and we'll see how Penn State adjusts to that target on their back.
100%. And it makes sense when you look at Penn State. One, all the talent they bring back. Obviously, Abdul Carter is going to be a huge miss. But then also bringing back talent, a lot of talent coming in the transfer portal, especially on the offensive side, which is going to be great. But then you look at number two on this list, you have Clemson, Cade Klubnik, who's a big-time quarterback. A lot of people have him up there when it comes to Heisman talk, up there when it comes to first-team All-American. And then Texas, and you have Arch Manning, which Arch Manning has not started a full season for the University of Texas. And that's the thing with Drew Allers and company is they, Singleton, Allen, a lot of these guys, they've played together. They've shown what they can do. They made a run in the playoff, and they've beat some great teams. And so it makes sense why they are getting ranked what they are. Now, on top of that, another way that they are absolutely putting a target on their back is with that, you have great players. And so preseason offensive player of the year for the Big Ten specifically, you see in this poll, Drew Aller receiving votes, Singleton on there, Allen on there. Notice there is only one team with three people in the top five.
It's only one team with two people in the top five.
Yeah, so take it as what it is, but people know Penn State is the team to beat right now in the Big Ten. As well, Coach of the Year. I know what's interesting with Penn State fans, and Paul, I don't know if you've realized this through our other videos, is there's people who are up and down on James Franklin. There's some people it seems like really like him, and there's some people that are like he should have been fired long ago. And so, but it has here, listen, he has the potential. Preseason, people are putting money on it. Well, if people were to put money on it, that's how I view these most of the time. It's who's going to win Coach of the Year? James Franklin, ton of potential.
And as for, I know a lot of Penn State fans complain that he hasn't won the big game. And I, as a Michigan fan, there were a lot of years I heard that about Harbaugh too.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
They'd be 9-1, 10-0, 11-0 going into the Ohio State game, and then he would lose to Ohio State, and he would lose in the playoffs. I mean, sometimes you just got to realize, like, you have a good coach, but you don't quite have the talent and experience of an Ohio State, of a Georgia, of a Bama. But I think what you're seeing this year is Penn State does have that experience. They do have that talent now. They have Allard, probably the most experienced quarterback in the Big Ten, coming back.
One of the most in the country.
Yeah. So now I think we're going to truly see, can James Franklin win the big game? Like, he has the squad to do it now.
Yep.
And I mean, for God's sake, the guy won at Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Like, how many? Who's won?
Go Doors.
Yeah. How many people can say that they have been a winning coach at Vanderbilt?
Yeah, that's
like, we haven't seen him win the big game, but we also have not seen him come into the big games with the most talented team, and I think this year you're finally going to see it. And then another thing we haven't really talked about on the coaching staff is bringing in Jim Knowles from Ohio State, which I think is going to be a huge addition.
The highest paid assistant coach coordinator in college football.
$3.1 million?
$3.1 million. Unreal.
But if you look at that Ohio State team last year, like, all the talk was Jeremiah Smith, two running backs, Will Howard, the transfer. But like, you look at those games, Tennessee scored 17. That was one of the most electric offenses in the country. Oregon was held to 21 in the playoffs. Texas only scored 14 on them, and Ohio State had the big defensive touchdown at the end of the game to win it.
Yep.
I think Penn State only scored like 10 on Ohio State last year. Like, that team shut down the best offenses in the country regularly, and I think Jim Knowles was a big part of it, and I think that's why Penn State gave him a bag to come do that for the Nittany Lions.
For sure.
I think it's going to make a big difference because this team clearly is going to be elite on offense. Great quarterback, ridiculous running backs, brought in Trevor Pena. They're going to be much better at receiver. They're going to be much better at receiver this year, but I think you're going to really feel Jim Knowles' presence on that defense.
100%. And I would tell you this. For those of you who are skeptical of James Franklin, or you're like, I've been wanting him to be gone. When Paul was talking about Jim Harbaugh, I will tell you, as a Michigan State fan, when he was saying that, I was like, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That's coming from a guy whose team was coached by Mel Tucker, and I don't even want to get into that with you. But the question becomes, who are you going to find that's better? That's in Jim Harbaugh, like he was trying to bring that team back from the likes of Rich Rod, Brady Hoke, and all these fumbles that they had that I miss. I miss those coaches. And so Jim Harbaugh comes in there and then proves like, listen, I can do it. This is James Franklin's chance right here. If he doesn't win the big game, I would truly tell you, like, okay, if they really underperform, I would tell you, all right, yeah, it's probably justified everyone's thoughts.
Or at least bring in somebody to steal people's signs.
Wow.
Maybe that'll get you over the hump.
Here we go. Listen, take this recording right now, bring it to the NCAA, even though I hate the NCAA, and make sure that Connor Stallion gets sanctions on sanctions on sanctions for the University of Michigan.
I'm just saying, like, this is finally you have the talent, the experience, everything to win the big games. If he doesn't do it, you either gotta find someone who can, or you gotta start stealing signs.
Oh my gosh, I thought you were gonna say something serious. Anyways, whatever. Hey, Nittany Lions, there's a target on your back, but I think you guys are going to have a great season. So anyways, on our way out, hit the subscribe button. Don't miss out. Paul, you got anything to say?
We'd love to hear from you, Nittany Lion fans. Tell us what you think Penn State's going to do this year. Give us record predictions. Give us breakout stars. Anything you want to add. We always love to hear from you.
Yeah. Comment below. We'll talk later. Peace.
See ya.